Tesla Powerwall is a rechargeable battery that stores the electricity from solar panel to home usage. We interviewed Mark Manning, the director of energy issues in Georgetown University, asking him his opinions about this exciting and revolutionary technology.
It's very sleek, self-contained, no maintenance is required. It lasts many years, 10 plus years perhaps. For your home or other applications. It is scalable to an extent. Well, there's a couple different applications. You can use it for power management and shift your peak, say from the late afternoon when the United States has historically had their power demand at its greatest, right? And shift that to shift that peak so that you're charging at night and you're discharging your battery solution or Powerwall during the day. At night, rates are generally favorable, especially for commercial industrial customers. And that would also help alleviate peaking units that come on during the middle of the day to provide for the capacity that's necessary, the demand for electricity. And the peaking units are often less efficient, more polluting, and so being able to do a power management peak shift can help reduce carbon in the atmosphere as well as reduce the cost of providing the power overall. And it's a totally different application. In that regard, it's what happens if I lose grid power? What happens to my building? And if you have a battery, a Powerwall or a large battery that's charged by photovoltaics, you know, even at night, if you lose grid power, you can have that standby power discharge and provide for critical emergency services, maybe whole building support, right? But if you're doing the peak shifting and you're trying to do the power, so the power management portion, and you're trying to do the emergency standby power, you have to balance. There's sometimes competing interests, and you have to balance how you're going to use your asset. I think it has a competitive advantage to buying something that maybe you have to aggregate and customize every time, and so installation is customized, meaning more expensive, more complex, and you sort of have to source and be a system integrator, right, which requires a higher level of skill that maybe that the typical home owner would not have. You know, the performance, I think, will degrade over time as typical of a battery solution. And then, so what happens when the consumer wants a new Powerwall, right, or they need something else? I think it's sustainable if there is a program to take back the Powerwall and maybe perhaps refurbish it or reuse it in some other capacity, right? So with that, I'm not really clear as to what the program is for sort of like an end-to-end type, cradle-to-grave type.
Mark also mentions that Georgetown University installed the solar panel in 1984, and it will be replaced by new and more efficient ones next year.